You know, ladies and gentlemen, this has to be probably one of the funniest stories that I've read in a few weeks now. This story, when I first read it, and I'm sorry for being a little late on this because I didn't see this at first. I was so busy with other topics that I completely bypassed this. But my God, is this absolutely hilarious. And this is one of the biggest self-owns I have seen in a long time. So we have an article here from Phantom Pulse with a headline that reads, Behavior Games Dead by Daylight, All Things Wicked Update Sparks Woke Crying Transphobia Over New Killer. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a massive backlash going on because a trans actor decided to voice this character right here, and they didn't know what the character was going to look like before they voiced it, and once they saw what it looked like, they are now screaming transphobia.
What are the current pronouns that you identify with?
So let's get into this article, guys, from Phantom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, really quick, before we start the video, stick towards the end, because at the end of this article, we notice and see that they actually rolled back their statements, and they're trying to pretend like they never said it, right? That's the funniest thing about these people. They never want to stay consistent with their arguments. Once they say something out of anger, they then want to roll it back and pretend as if they never said it in the first place. So let's get into it. It says Behavior Games' massively popular asymmetrical horror game Dead by Daylight recently released its highly anticipated All Things Wicked update, but the new killer character has proven quite controversial within the transgender community. The All Things Wicked update went live on March 12th of 2024, introducing a terrifying new killer known as the Unknown. This genderless, shape-shifting entity can adapt its appearance at will, using both masculine and feminine voice lines performed by transgender voice actor Zoe Alexandria. One of the Unknown's cosmetic outfits is a cheerleader uniform. Now, again, let's be very clear. The narrative there is trying to be put out there right now by the trans community is that because they saw a creature like this in a skirt and a wig, right, and a pink shirt, they're trying to claim that, oh, they're just mocking trans people. Meanwhile, here's a picture of the same exact creature in regular, I guess you would say, male clothing and male hairline or hairstyle, and nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything at all. So again, this character is not transphobic. This character, this entire thing is nothing to do with transphobia. You are making it as such. This is the problem with that activist version of their community. They come out there on Twitter and they make problems for themselves. They want to claim transphobia because they saw this character in a skirt and a pink shirt, not realizing that you could equip it with multiple different outfits, making it a male, a female, or whatever the case may be. It has nothing to do with transphobia until you made it that, and that's why you're getting roasted right now. It says, while representation through a transgender voice actor would normally be clout clapped by social media drones, many felt that the Unknown's design promoted harmful trans stereotypes and didn't appreciate the character being a crazed killer. On the Dead by Daylight forums, players criticized the character's masculine body paired with feminine clothing like the cheerleader outfit, arguing it depicted trans women as dangerous and grotesque. No, it didn't. It's a zombie. It's a monster in a fictional video game. That's what it is. That has nothing to do. My God, the fact that you saw yourself in this goes to tell me so much about you that you want to claim that this is harmful stereotypes to trans people. Now, listen, I know a lot of trans people out there are very questionable looking, don't get me wrong, but I have yet to see any that look like a zombie like this. So I don't know what stereotypes you're trying to push, but it seems like you are desperate to be a victim here so bad that you completely owned yourself with this actual character. Then it says the controversy quickly spread across social media. On X, user Raul shared an image of the Unknown alongside the caption, "New Dead by Daylight killer is the form freak in the skirt." Voiced by a trans VA, what in the ever-living heck did the devs mean by this? This post racked up over 15,000 likes in 24 hours. Well, they were being disingenuous. This post was being disingenuous, okay? Not shocking, considering anime profile picture, probably a trans person. But this post is being disingenuous because you can change the outfit. You can get rid of the wig, you can get rid of the skirt and the pink shirt, and you can put all male clothing on it if you want. You chose to do this, post it on social media, and claim victimhood. It says voice actor Zoe Alexandra then weighed in, claiming he had no idea what the unknown's final design would look like while recording the voice lines. In a lengthy expo, Zoe Alexandra alleged that Behavior Games intentionally created a stereotypical man in a dress killer voiced by a transgender actor as a marketing ploy to bring lots of money and people back to the game. No, they did not. Let's read the full post, okay? But stick with me, guys. Let's read the full post, because after this, he walks it back and he tries to pretend like what we're about to read never happened. It says, regarding my recent viral witch hanging, I voiced the character The Unknown in Dead by Daylight. At the time of voicing, it was a great experience. I was told at the time I was voicing the character that there was no model and that the creature was supposed to be amorphous. They had no model design before I recorded my lines, so it's my assumption that the design team took my medical history and my ability to use multiple voices as an opportunity to create character models that encapsulate my medical history as trans. That's your problem. You made an assumption and you were wrong. Instead of assuming, you probably should have dug a little bit deeper and asked more questions. I know in your rollback tweet, you said that you did that, but I highly doubt that, because you started this off as you assumed. You made the assumption that they were going to make a human trans character with your voice. That was your mistake. Then it said, and my ability to use multiple voices is the opportunity to create character models that encapsulate my medical history as trans and capitalize on catering to the transphobic community. I was tricked into voicing a stereotype. Since yesterday, I have been virally harassed for being trans by thousands of people since yesterday. Many folks in the trans community are up in arms over this, and rightfully so. I feel that reparations from the team that deliberately tricked me is the only logical next choice of action. I am so upset, so infuriated that people are comparing trans people to these clearly transphobic character skins. If I had any idea of the fallout that would happen after simply voicing a character, I would have never have in the first place. Let me personally apologize to anybody who has ever been a victim of transphobia due to this release. Please know that you are loved and know that you are valid, because yes, it's clearly mentally okay to constantly need validation. These people need validation in everything. This is why they're obsessed with having to see themselves in everything, because if they don't feel validated and they start to question their existence. It says, as for me, I am not okay. This has ruined my reputation, has put me physically at risk for being attacked in public. If anybody recognizes my face or voice, there was no diversity consultants on this project, which, by the way, there was. The Gamer, right? The Gamer is a consultancy firm. Gamer X is a consultancy firm that works with the Dead by Daylight devs. So this person's completely lying, by the way. You can say there wasn't any diversity consultants because that's the hot topic right now with Sweet Baby Inc. and everything, but you're lying. It says the company knew that making a stereotypical man in a dress as a character and having a trans voice actress, or you mean actor, do it, would bring lots of money and people back to the game. I'm not dumb. I know how marketing works. This seems to be a huge ploy, and the trans community, along with myself, were the victims. Now, let's read this absolutely insane next tweet where he rolls it back. He rolls it all the way back, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. There has been a recent misunderstanding. Oh, okay, sure. You mean the lawyers got involved, and that's why it's a misunderstanding. Anybody that thinks the skins are going away is not in the loop. Behavior is allegedly aware of the mass transphobic remarks and memes being made, and the gaming community is not a reflection of the game developers. Oh, interesting. I wasn't kept in a loop with what the character's final look would be. I was given an ambiguous description for the part, and even though I tried my best to find out more, continually asking for more info, that wasn't possible. This is why I was upset. The skins themselves were never an issue. Lack of communication was. Now, here's the best part, because their last tweet is completely an oxymoron to this. Please stop boycotting Behavior. They are not transphobic. Okay, now they're saying the company's not transphobic. It's wrong to take bits of info and jump to your own conclusions. Interesting. We're not jumping to our own conclusions. You literally said it in this entire freaking tweet right here. We're not jumping to any conclusions. That's your fault. Then it says Behavior is a good company and has been nothing but kind and supporting through the tough process of receiving mass harassment for my involvement in the character. Leave it alone. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this person is completely running it back because, as we can probably guess, they got a massive smack by the lawyers of Dead by Daylight. That's what it looks like. This seems like a, oh my God, I don't want to get sued, so let me put out a, apology tweet, so to speak, and run it back a little bit before I get completely destroyed by the Dead by Daylight lawyers. That's going to be a bad look for me. So it looks like another trans person bites the dust and gets completely destroyed by their own narcissism, because this is exactly what happened here. You were narcissistic, you made it everything about yourself, and then you're getting completely destroyed by people who could see right through it, which is basically almost everyone except for people that think just like you. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.